What's up, shooters? My name is Logan, a.k.a. Spiderhands, and welcome to SB Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out the third single from Swami Lushbeard. Not the third one I've listened to, but the third single that they've released. This is the first time I've listened to these guys. And this track is called All About You. So if we switch over to here, we've got the lyrics on the right? And then we've got the song on the left, just so that I know what's going on. Because sometimes I do miss content in a song because I talk too much. Now, I haven't quite figured out how to get the pick. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's awesome. So I can actually have the album right here. Cool, that's great. I'm going to start playing the song now. We're going to hear what we think. Boom. Here we go. Yay. Gonna just move it so that I can pause it. Wow, that's a hell of an introduction, isn't it? What a polished production this is. It was so quick into that verse, but it didn't seem like they were rushing at the same time. I mean, already we can tell it's mixed and mastered pretty professionally. No doubts there. Everything's heard really nice and clearly, and the music is very interesting. There's no gaps where something isn't going on, but it's not overwhelming. It's a nice balance so far. I get where this is going. Nice overdubs. Oh, getting a kind of 90s rock kind of vibe from this. Asshole days. Wow. What a hell of a hook. Were those some harmonics on the guitar on the right side? That was pretty dope. I agree, just calm, man. Oh, those drums. I love what's going on with those sort of fillish kind of verse parts and how they know to transition to cymbals on the hook. What is that? Is that like an electric keyboard or something like that developing in the second verse? That's clever. That's clever. Sick, man. This is a pleasure to listen to. I love the hook. Not because like they're saying asshole days, but just because it's such a it's such a contrast to the verse lyrics. There's a clear distinction between the two parts, you know? Hang on. Alternatively, just in case people are screaming at me, the asshole days could be the bridge, and then this part here could be the verse. You know, so just, I'm offering an alternative perspective here. Hopefully that isn't fake news. There we go. In fact, what I'll do... There. Man, that piano is so active. It's nice to hear a little bit of an instrumental section with the piano going for it, eh? The reason I moved the album art over into the center is just because I know my webcam's usually in the top left, and so I didn't... Just in case you were like, why did you move it underneath your webcam? I'm aware of it. It's here now. The album art's here now. Hopefully everyone can see it. Oh, brilliant. We had a keys solo, and now we have a guitar solo. Very funky little groove we're going for the solo. Ooh, this guy can shred. It's very melodic though at the same time. Like he's... Oh, I'm getting some mid-2000s like... Damn, dude. Wonder what guitar I used for that. The bass, I love in that light little bit of crunch to that bass track. It's crazy today, anything you can excellent. Is that a keyboard or a guitar doing that sweeping arpeggio on the right side? Nice way of making the most of the real estate to have a really big, long build. Like this is like an objectively that ba ba bum 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 bum. Like that's a really catchy chorus melody. People can sing along to that nice and easily. It's crazy today, and I can't sing, right? But these guys can. I just want to say, I don't think I've spoken about the vocalist much. I've kind of been gushing over the guitar and drum bass parts, like, and the keys, like, that vocalist has got that kind of epitome of the ideal sort of rock tone to his style. He's obviously talented, but he's also not overdoing it in a way that's sort of obtuse or that alienates people from the song itself. Like, he's a part of the mix whilst being in control of the direction of it. And I think that that's something to really appreciate. It's a very, Swami Lushbeard are an incredible act, and I'm really blessed to be able to listen to them today. It's like low-key, Swami Lushbeard is also it's a fucking awesome name. I really like it. I think that's one of the best band names. Just so Swami Lushbeard. Have you ever heard a band name like that? I haven't heard a band name like that before. I think that's really cool. I'm liking how like Asshole Days is being put behind him. Good job. Like, it's like those little things. I'm really glad that they are changing up a little bit, because too many repetitions of that hook at the end can kind of get a bit stale. You know what I mean? Lose its objective. It loses its ability to be hard hitting. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done. That was Swami Lushbeard's All About You. What don't I want to talk about with this track? Because I am in love with it. When I listen to rock, there is a tendency for it nowadays to sound generic, especially with the bigger acts, who are maybe afraid that if they don't try and reach a wider audience, that they might not be able to they might not be able to enjoy the same success that they had in the past. Where ironically, they succeeded because they were who they were originally. And Swami Lushbeard manages to incorporate a widely accessible sort of rock sort of tonality, sort of vibe. The distorted guitars, the sort of the guitar, you got the staples, the guitar solo, the keys solo, you got the bass, drums, and all those sort of instruments, and you got a rock and vocalist on top of it. Those are all staples of the genre. But something about this is a little bit different. I think part of it is the fact that the verses, like a few of the other tracks I've listened to on here, a few of them, like I listened to one track called like Fuck You COVID-19, which was just out the bat, just attention grabbing. It's like, whoa, but with Swami Lushbeard, I think that it's so refreshing hearing a song confronting someone who just blatantly does not seem to give a shit about anyone apart from themselves. Like, I have a lot of love for the fact that this song is calling out people like that. People who you know, are so insecure that they have to put their views on everyone until they break them down, until they have no choice but to succumb to the bullshit. I love it. I love it. I love that fact that they're calling people out like that. That is the spirit of rock. The spirit of rock is being assertive. It's not pandering to people who do not deserve to be pandered to. This is the epitome of the genre. I've said epitome twice in this review. I try to avoid saying words like that twice, but I think that this is very true to its roots. And, you know, the culmination of the masterful performance across all the instruments. You know, like, these guys are really high level performers. Like, I'm really blown away with how well they did, especially on a 5-minute 15 track. I'm glad I was worried about that last bit, that last hook, especially because that it was repeated a few times, but I get it. They changed it up enough for it to work. Everything else, I loved the personality of it. I loved the production, the mixing and mastering was spot on. You know, I'm not in a position where I can really sort of offer any constructive criticisms about this, because I wouldn't want to change it even if I could. Like, if I could sit there at a desk, I wouldn't change the levels of anything. The guitar solo was one of the best I've heard throughout my reviews. It was understated whilst showing it was understated whilst also showing the guitarist's ability in like small bits. The guitarist knew not to just shred the whole damn time. It was fantastic. I loved the little build and the final outro. I know it's been done before, the dun, 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 but it was extended and it was layered upon in a way that kept it interesting throughout. Not everything came in at the start of the build. Things came in as it continued, and in like each set of 4 bars. It's just stuff like that, man. It's just stuff like that. You know, trick or tweet on repeat. Now the world's on the run, and everything from you that you've been like. Who asked you? These are all very current lyrics, and they're cleverly written. And I think that honestly, some of the people, I firmly believe that there will be people who do this. These are cleverly written lyrics enough that there will be people who hear the song and they'll sing along anyways. They'll sing along. They won't have the self-awareness to know that it's about them. That's the beauty of this. That's the final thing I wanted to say about All About You by Swami Lushbeard. But thank you very much for watching this review of Swami Lushbeard's All About You. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please do check out Swami Lushbeard's various social medias. I'm assuming they have like a Spotify and all that sort of SoundCloud or like and all that kind of stuff. Stay cool. Stay safe. Please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, and I will catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.